heaven and earth pass away. He said, I watch over my word to perform it. I watch over my word to perform it. I watch over my word to perform it. You're a promise-keeping God. 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 You're a promise-keeper. Promise-keeper. You're the promise-keeper. You're the promise-keeping God. See, you're a promise-keeper. You're a promise-keeping. You're a promise. Let's go. You're the promise-keeping God. And you'll never fail me. 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 No, you'll never fail me. You'll never fail me. You'll never fail me. You'll never fail me. You're a promise-keeping God. So on your word, I will stand firm. On your word, I will stand firm. Ooh, 'cause it's easy to stand on your word. So I will stand firm. You make it easy to stand on your word. So I will stand firm. Woo! There's safety in your word. 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 There's safety in your word.
Safety in your word.
There's safety in your word. Safety in your word.
Safety in your word.
I can trust in your word.
Safety in your word.
You keep me safe.
Safety in your word.
Safety in your word.
Safety in your word.
Safety in your word. One more time. 'Cause you keep your promise. You never fail. 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 Lift your hands. I need to give you this revelation really quickly. When we think the promises of God, we're thinking about what He gets to us. But one of the things that God revealed to me was that because that He's sent you to the world, you are a promise out of the mouth of God. And not only is He preserving what He said about you, He's preserving you to get to the point of what He said about you. So when He says, I keep my promise and I watch over my word, all He's saying is, I'm watching over you. And I'm keeping you. And the thing that I said about you, I'm going to make sure that you're ready for when you get to it. But I'm also going to make sure that it's ready for when it gets to you. He said, this is my promise to you. By the time you get to the place called promise, you won't be so worn out that you can't enjoy it. By the time you get to the place called promise, you won't be so burned out and torn down from doing and giving and living that you can't enjoy what I promised you. He said, I'm keeping and preserving you to get to the place called promise. That's why he said, I'm the promise keeper. I'm keeping my promise called you, and I'm keeping my promise for you. I'm keeping my promise in you, and I'm keeping my promise over you. I'm keeping what I said about you, and I'm keeping you. Jeremiah 29:11 talks about an expected end. Here's the name for that place. It's called promise. He said, I'm bringing you into your promised place. And I dare not let life, the plan of the enemy, what somebody else said, tear down what I said. You are a word out of the mouth of God. I need you to receive this, church. You are a promise out of the mouth of God. And his promise for you is that I'm keeping you. I'm keeping my promise. I'm keeping my promise. Would you lift your hands and worship the keeper? Would you lift your hands and worship the keeper? He said, I give good gifts. 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 Not only what I'm bringing to you am I keeping good, but I'm keeping you good for the place called promise. Would you take a moment in this room, open your mouth and bless the one that's keeping you? You're in the preservation of God. You're in the preservation of God. He said, I'm preserving you. I'm preserving you. I'm preserving you. Come what may, I'll keep you. This is the word of the Lord. Come what may, I'll keep you. He said, come what may, I'll keep you. He said, come what may, I'll keep you. Then come what may. This is his promise over you. Come recession or otherwise. Come what may, I'll keep you. Come what may, I'll keep. Come what may, I'll keep you. Come what may, I'll keep you. Come what may, I'll keep you. He said, come what may. Now just for a moment, if you believe and you know that he's keeping you, worship him. The enemy thought you would be bogged down and worn out. The enemy thought he would shut you all the way down and make you quit. But God says, don't worry about it. I'm keeping you. That's why in your weakness, his strength becomes perfect. He said, because I'm keeping you. My word shall not return void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. The word he declared over your life shall not return void, but it shall accomplish that which he sent it to do. You, as the word of the Lord, shall not return void, but you're about to accomplish that which he pleased over your life. Open your mouth and bless him in this room. If he's giving you a grace to accomplish that which he declared. My life is a reflection of the word of the Lord. Your life is a reflection of the word of the Lord. His word.